What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Mostly Metal. This edition is going to be about some of the stuff I picked up in auction. I got some 12-inch Eddie Cochran records. I think I already talked about those. Got a big stack of 10-inch records. I talked about some of those in the other video, but I got the rest of them down here. And then we'll probably talk about those today. And the next batch is going to be 7-inch records back over here. So first up in the background, we got the new Coffins album. This is called, what is it called? Beyond the Circular Demise. Back. This came out on Relapse earlier this year. Just good down-tuned death metal. Some of it's more kind of slow and mid-paced, kind of like what you hopefully can hear right now. The rest of it's a little faster, but very guttural vocal style here. And this is, I got the Oxblood and Mustard Splatter Edition, limited to 100 copies. Can't show you that, obviously, because it's playing right now. Here's the inside with lyrics. It's hard to see when it's black and gold. That's a picture of the band. Been a fan of these guys for many years. They never disappoint, so whenever I found out they have an album coming out, I just snatched it up. So, highly recommended this year. Probably not, I'm going to talk about this album later, but if you have to choose, get the new Tomb Mold before you pick up the new Coffins. This album's awesome. I'll talk about that in another video. So we're going to fly through these records, these 10 inches. Like I said, I may or may not know these bands, so I'm just going to talk about them as I pull them out and see what I know. First band, Title, on Incendiary Records out of Germany. Never heard of this band. Based on the little band logo down here, I'm going to guess some kind of hardcore. That's a typical hardcore jump in the air right before the breakdown starts type move. Little insert here, some lyrics, and not much else. The vinyl is 33 1/3 vinyl, white. It's got a big black mark on there. I don't know if that's, can't tell if that was some cool design or what. Probably not. Know nothing about them, but we'll check them out. Again, if I talk about any of these bands and you know of them, link below. Tell me if they're good or not, if they're trash, so I don't waste my time. Also comes with an advertisement for New Jack Tattoo and an advertisement for a couple other bands. This came out like 99. A lot of this stuff came out in the 90s, so some of these bands are probably long gone, but you never know. Next up, based on the cover, I'm going to guess more hardcore. End Stand with Fire Inside. No idea who these guys are. Came out on Combat Rock Industry out of Finland. Pretty cool. Never heard of that label. Again, based on the inside, we're going to go... I'm starting to see a theme here with some of these 10-inch records I've already looked at. We're going probably hardcore. Lyrics seem to be socially conscious type lyrics, so I'm going to go hardcore on this. This came out in 2001, and we've got some kind of cool purple vinyl. Not sure what these guys are all about, but let's see. Next up, Cloudburst and Acrimony on Exutoire Records. Looks like a 4-song split between these two bands. Cool insert. Some lyrics in a language I don't know. Some of it's in English, some of it's not. One of these bands has a Hotmail address. So I don't. Does anyone even use Hotmail anymore? I'm sure some people do. Red vinyl. Again, I know dick about this band or these bands. So looks like this came out. I don't know if there's a copyright date on here. I don't see any dates or anything, so I don't have no idea. I don't have any idea when this came out. So next, I know this band. Biohazard. This is Tales from the Hard Side. Limited edition. 6,473. I'm not really sure how limited that is when you've got thousands upon thousands of copies of it. Orange vinyl. Orange, kind of swirly. I don't know if you can see the swirls in there or not. There's some... It's like an orange-white swirl. Got Tales from the Hard Side and a live version of Tales from the Hard Side, State of the World Address. This is on the album. What was the name of this album? I'll have to look it up later. It's going to drive me nuts. Came out in the 90s. State of the World Address. Was that the name of the album? I can't remember. I think it was. This one that came out after they got real popular on MTV. They had the song Punishment was big on MTV, Headbangers Ball, whatever. These guys were considered hardcore in New York. They always infused a lot of what I felt like kind of rap into their songs. I don't know. I probably liked them in '94, but now I'm not so sure what I think about Biohazard. But this is a band called Absinthe. Cool old-timey photos there. Never heard of this band. Kind of a weird black and white photo with some lyrics on the inside. And we're going white vinyl. The cool thing about these is if I don't like them, I hope I can get some of my money back. They're colored vinyl. A lot of people seem to dig on that. Another one, I have no fucking clue who this is. Oil, Electric Tongue, on Coalition Records out of the Netherlands. Looks like a Rolling Stones stolen logo there. Nice little insert. Level Plane Records is mentioned here. I didn't see them on the back. I've heard of Level Plane Records. I think they're out of the United States. And this is pink and green swirly type stuff. I think I'm getting more excited about the colors than anything so far. Biohazard's the only band I know of thus far, and I'm not that excited about Biohazard, so that's alright. Next up, Hammerhead, Evil Twin. Cool art. No idea who this band is. No insides really, but yellow vinyl. This came out on AMREP, or Noise Amphetamine Records. I of course know that label. Came out in 1993. So it's possible I've heard this before if it came out on the Noise, Amphetamine. You've all probably heard bands from that label, but check it out. I feel like I've heard of Hammerhead before, but we'll see. Another band, J.R. Ewing, The Perfect Drama. The only J.R. Ewing I know of is the one from the TV show Dallas from the 80s. Only because I used to watch the Dukes of Hazzard that came on right before it. Insert there. Credit. Lyrics and credits. And we're going to go with half green, it's kind of pink. It looks probably maroon or black. If you see some light shine through here, there, you notice it's more of a a pinkish color than maroon or black. Label, I want to say Lookout Records, but I'm probably wrong. Oh, Coalition Records, again, out of the Netherlands. I think there was a couple other records from that label down there that I already talked about. Meanwhile, Lawless Solidarity on Ignition Records and Sonic Rendezvous, again, out of the Netherlands. I'm starting to see a trend here. I know very little about Netherlands music scene, especially if it's hardcore, red vinyl, no cool inserts or anything. There's a good chance some of this stuff might be good, as long as it's not just some bands in other countries hearing, seeing what's trending and then just trying to copy it. But I might check these out. Got a few more here. Yeah, note to bands, if I can't figure out who the fuck you are on the cover, how do you expect people to buy it? I have no idea who this is. The Demo? Surely that's not a name of a band. Yeah, apparently it may be just a demo of some kind of a band, because it's a brown record with no name or no nothing on it. I'm gonna have to do some research on this one to see. Oh, here's an insert. Let's see what we got here. It's like a treasure hunt with some of these auction things. You never know what you're. Oh shit! I just ripped it. A lot of writing that I can't understand or read. You can see some of that. What the fuck is that? Some song numbers. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah. But recorded in 2001. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a lot of digging on this one to figure out who the hell this is. Could be some long lost great fucking hardcore band, but people are shitting themselves now when I'm showing them this record, and I don't know who it is, but check that out. I Mother Earth. I feel like I've heard this band before, but came out in '93 on Capitol Records. 10-inch blue vinyl. Features Rain Will Fall. It's not ringing a bell. Blue, swirly kind of vinyl. I feel like I should know who this is, but I don't. Might be getting them mixed up with the band Earth or something. What we got here? I know this band. This is Bad Religion. We got Stranger Than Fiction and Individual. And this is limited out of, 1,000 copies. This is number 555. I like Bad Religion. Great punk rock band. Been around for better part of 30 years, I think. Like many bands of this era. The earlier stuff was a lot better. Against the Grain is a great album to check out by Bad Religion. I don't remember I remember Stranger Than Fiction. I remember, Truth is Stranger Than Fiction. It was okay, but not great. Now this has some cool packaging. Agents of Abhorrence. You probably can't see, but there's this kind of flap goes over the record, and it appears to be a clear vinyl with. God, this has been in here so long it's stuck. It's got a Missing Link Records. It's got a sticker that came with it. Pretty cool. But I know nothing about this band. The insert pulls out a little bit. No idea who these guys are, what they might sound like, so looking forward to checking this out. It's kind of cool when you just buy a record. In the past, I used to buy, before the internet, I would just buy records based on what the cover looked like, because I didn't really have a choice. So it's kind of cool. Hopefully it turns out to be good. Next up, Malkovich, The Foundation Rocks. This came out on, again, this is Coalition Crash Landing Records out of the Netherlands. A gatefold action going on here. Pretty rare for a 10-inch gatefold. It's got some lyrics and stuff from the inside. And the vinyl. By whoever collected this vinyl in the past really liked the color vinyl. This is white vinyl. Never heard of the band. I think there was a band that had something to do with John Malkovich's name, but I can't remember who that is. I don't think it was this band, though. A couple more here, guys. Swarm with 3 R's. Maybe. And OIMIAIA, whoever that is. Superfly Records out of Bristol, United Kingdom. Another gatefold 10-inch. And let's see what color vinyl based on what's the way things have been going. Yep, white, no insert. Gonna have to do some research on this. Don't know who it is. Yeah, just kind of odd packaging, and you know, if you were looking through this stuff in a record store and you picked this up, I mean, if you didn't know who this was, you'd be like, whatever. The Mission Swoon Limited Edition Silver and Black Vinyl. There's about 4 record labels mentioned on the back here, and I know none of them. Let's see what the black and silver swirl looks like. Yeah, it's kind of probably hard to see. Yeah, you can kind of see that there. Kind of cool. Equator and Neverland Records. Came out in 1995. I think when I hear 1995, to me it's not that long ago because I grew up in that time, but I just realized that 24 years ago, so I'm an old fart. Last, I was hoping to be a band I knew, but I don't. Mutation. This came out on Speedwax Records, licensed from Robotic Empire. Okay, I've heard of Robotic Empire before. They released a lot of great stuff in the 2000s that I know of. Oh, this is, okay. This is a compilation. I do know some bands here. I know Ed Gein. I think they were on Black Market Activities at one time. The Minor Times I've heard of. Ed Gein was kind of just crazy. I don't want to say hardcore because they're not really hardcore, but they were just more kind of real out there, crazy style of metal. And these are all the bands included up here, if you know any of those bands. Like I said, the Minor Times and Ed Gein I've heard of. And I actually owned some Ed Gein at one time. It looks like it's half green and half black. Pretty cool. So, kind of disappointed I didn't get more out of this. You saw in one of my last videos, I did get Agoraphobic Nosebleed 10-inch out of this deal. So, I'm probably going to check some of these out and probably turn around and sell them on Discogs. Hopefully get something out of them. Next up, though, I do have a whole shit ton of 7-inches I'm going to get to. So again, guys, thanks for checking out this video. And again, in the background, the new Coffins. Highly recommended. Death metal, as you can hear in the background. Good stuff so far. I'm only on side A, but so far I like what I've heard. So thanks for checking out the video, guys, and I will catch you all in the next video. Later.